Hello everyone, myself Bismi Picharian, Assistant Professor at Suresh Ganvi High University. Today I'm going to discuss about the electronic prescription and discharge system and the barcode medication identification system. Learning objective of this topic is this lesson will help the students to understand what is electronic prescribing and electronic discharging system, as well as what is the benefit of this barcode medication identification and what is this barcode medication identification. Outcomes of this topic is, after this lesson students will be able to describe electronic prescribing, discharge system and barcode medication identification. So first of all, let's see what is electronic prescribing. Okay, so electronic prescribing system automate prescribing, means this electronic prescribing system means automatically prescription development is in the process of electronic prescribing. So electronic prescribing system is automate prescribing, supply and administration of the medicines in the hospital. So this electronic prescribing is possible in the hospital. So this automates the prescribing, supply and the administration of the medicines in the hospital, where they have been shown to reduce the medication errors and have a major impact on patient safety. If we are using this electronic prescribing in the hospitals, so that they have been shown to reduce medication error. Okay, and the medication error can be reduced with the help of this electronic prescribing, as well as it also impact on the patient safety. So this electronic prescribing or prescription system is automatically prescription by the doctor means doctor, they have to supposed to enter all the medicines in the computer. In the computer there is a one electronic prescribing software. Okay, that software the hospital they have to install in the doctor's computer as well as the pharmacy's computer. Okay, so that software they have to install in the computer. So with the help of that software, this prescription the doctor can automatically, means the doctor can type all the medication of particular for the particular patient, and that has to be sent to the pharmacies with the help of the electronic mail or with the help of the printed paper. So this electronic prescribing is the system we can do in the computer, or we can do through the computer. So this electronic prescribing system automates the prescribing, and it automates the supply also, and the automates the administration of the medicines in the hospital. And with the help of this electronic prescribing, this reduces the medication errors, as well as it also have the impact on the patient safety, means this increases the patient safety. So electronic prescribing is also known as e-prescribing. Okay, electronic prescribing is also known as e-prescribing, and this e-prescribing is the technology utilized by the physician and other medical practitioners for writing and sending electronic prescription to a pharmacy. So what is the definition of this e-prescribing? E-prescribing is a technology. Okay, e-prescribing is a technology that is utilized by the physician or other medical practitioners. Why they are using this technology? For writing and for sending the electronic prescription to a pharmacy. Okay, so this e-prescription is a technology that is utilized by the physician and other medical practitioners for writing and sending the electronic prescription to a pharmacy. So I have already told that there is one software that is known as electronic prescribing software. Okay, electronic prescribing software prescribes prescription in one of the following two ways. Okay, so this works, means this electronic prescribing works in one of the following two ways. So first one is, it is electronically printed on a paper in the prescriber's office, means in the doctor's office itself it is electronically printed on a paper, means the doctor have to enter all the medicine in his or her computer. So that is electronically printed on the paper in the doctor's office. So this is the first way this electronic prescribing software works. And the second way is that prescription is electronically transferred from the prescriber's computer either to the pharmacist's computer or its duplicate machine. Okay, so there is a chance of, means that software have one machine, so that has to be sent to that particular machine. Okay, so this electronic prescription is electronically transmitted, means through the mail the doctors have to send to the pharmacist's computer or its duplicate if there is any machine connected with that electronic prescribing software, so that prescription has to be sent to the duplicate machine. Okay, so this is two way of this electronic prescription software works. Okay, in these two way or in these two manner this electronic prescription software works. So first one is it is so it is electronically printed on a paper in the doctor's office. Okay, doctor they have to type all the medication in on the computer, so that is on the software. Okay, first they have to open that software, and that is one, there is one format, okay, available. So that format the doctors have to follow. Okay, in that format itself they have to write all the indications of that medicines and all the things. Okay, means a proper prescription. So this is the one method, means they have to take the printed, means electronically printed on the paper in the doctor's office. And second method is it is that means that prescription is electronically transferred to the pharmacist's computer from the prescriber's computer. Okay, or its duplicate machine. So this is the second method. So the doctors they can do either one of these method. Okay, so let's see the benefit of this electronic prescription. So the electronic prescription promotes safer use of the drugs. Okay, so there is a chances of less errors because we are using here computer. So with the help of the computer the chances of the error is very less. So it promotes safer uses of the drugs. And next is it reduces the medication error. Okay, it reduces the medication error, means electronic prescription reduces the medication error. And third is it improves the quality and the safety of the prescribing. Okay, it improves the quality and the safety of the prescribing, means that the content in on that particular prescription that is means that is readable. So in that way the quality and the safety of the prescribing is improves through the electronic prescription. Okay, so there is a chance of less error in this when we are using this method. So first benefit is it promote safe use of the drugs and it reduce medication errors. And third is improve the quality and the safety of the prescribing. Next is it improves the safety of prescribing medicines to the patient allergic to the particular drug. If any patient have any allergy to the drug, so that also improved through this e-prescription. Okay, and it also creates a readable prescription. So that this is the main benefit of this electronic prescription, means it creates readable prescription. Okay, so this is means handwritten is not properly readable by the pharmacist. Okay, so in that time in that prescription there is a chances of error. So this electronic prescription overcome that all errors, means all the means it create readable prescription, means that is a printed or the computer typed prescription. It eases the accessibility of information between the primary and the second care. Okay, it also make easy to access the information between the primary and the second care. Okay, with the help of this electronic prescription, that is very easy to access the information between the primary and the secondary care. And it also improves the patient compliance with protocols. Okay, so with the help of this electronic prescribing, that improves the patient's compliance with protocols. Okay, next is it manages formulary compliance. Okay, this manages formulary compliance. Next benefit is support decision making while prescribing. Okay, it also support decision making while prescribing. Okay, so this is also very easy with the help of the electronic prescription. Next is implements policies decision. Okay, this means these all the things we are doing in the computer, so that is very easy to implement the policy decision in that e-prescription. It improves the use of the staff time. Okay, means this, with the help of this electronic prescription, the staff's time will be saved. It enables the pharmacy to identify new scripts of the screening and the supply. Okay, so this electronic prescription enables the pharmacy to identify new scripts for screening and supply. Next is audit trails of the transaction. Means these all are the benefits of the e-prescription, audit trails of the transaction. Next is it creates drug usage reports for individual patient. Okay, this electronic discharge system creates drug usage reports for individual patients. It also aids in the clinical audit. Okay, so this e-prescription also aids in the clinical audit. So these all are the benefits of the electronic prescription. Okay, let's see once again the benefits. So it promotes the safer use of the drug to the patient. It also reduces the medication errors. It improves the quality and the safety of the prescribing. Okay, next is it improves the safety of the prescribing medicines to the patient allergic to the particular drugs, and it also creates readable prescription. Okay, it also creates readable prescription. It eases the accessibility of information between primary and the secondary care. Okay, it makes easy to access the information between primary and the second care. It also improves the patient compliance with protocols. It manages formulary compliance. It also supports decision making while prescribing. It implements policy decision. Okay, means the electronic prescription implement policy decision. It improves the use of the staff time. It enables the pharmacy to identify new scripts for screening and supply, audit trails of transactions, create drug usage reports for individual patient, and aids in clinical audit. So these all are the benefit of the e-prescription. Next is electronic discharge system. Electronic discharge system. So electronic discharge system removes the sources of errors. Okay, this electronic discharge system, same likewise that electronic prescribing system, the electronic discharge system removes the sources of errors which may arise while faxing the discharge papers. Okay, so there is a chance of error while faxing the discharge papers. So that is overcome with the help of this electronic discharge system. Okay, so this electronic discharge system removes the sources of errors which may arise while faxing the discharge papers. The paper-based discharge system may be unreadable. The paper-based discharge system may be unreadable, incomplete, or sometimes are received late, so that information is not clinically implemented on time. Okay, paper-based discharge system means hard copy of discharge system that may be unreadable, means that may be handwritten. So handwritten thing is maybe unreadable or incomplete, or sometimes are received late. Okay, that discharge system that sometimes received late, so the information is not clinically implemented on time. Okay, so with the help of this electronic discharge system, all the information we can clinically implement on the time. Okay, so this is the benefit of the electronic discharge system. So this electronic discharge system removes the sources of the errors which may arise while faxing the discharge papers. The paper-based discharge systems may be unreadable, incomplete, or sometimes are received late, so the information is not clinically implemented on time. Okay, the system can put a check on the non-deficiencies, thus maintains the continuousness of care, communication, and data accuracy in the discharge summary. Okay, so this electronic discharge system can put a check on the non-deficiencies. Okay, non-deficiency thus maintains the continuousness of care, communication, and data accuracy in discharge summary. Okay, so we can maintain the continuousness of the care to the patient, communication to the patient, and data accuracy in the discharge summary with the help of this electronic discharge system. Let's see the process of the electronic discharge system. When the patients are admitted in the hospital, okay, when the patients are admitted in the hospital, central repository is created. Okay, so when the patients are admitted in the hospital, central repository is created, including a shared patient index. Okay, that central repository, what they include? Shared patient index and the episodes of care for each patient. Okay, episodes of the care and the patient index that included in the central repositories. Okay, when the patients are admitted, a central repository is created. In that central repository, that include patient index as well as episodes of the care for each patient. Okay, so that is included in the central repository for each patient. After creating the episodes, okay, after creating the episodes, the non-consultant hospital doctor may start creating the electronic summary. Okay, after creating that episode in the central repository, okay, non-hospital consultant, okay, non-consultant hospital doctor, he or she may start creating the electronic summary. After this creation of electronic summaries only done after the creation of the episodes, okay, for each patient. So after creating the episodes, the non-hospital doctor, he or she may start the creating electronic summary. The discharges coordinator, after creation of the electronic summary, the discharge coordinator, after finalizing the patient data, okay, this coordinator, they have to finalize the patient data first. After finalizing the patient data, they print the summary report on the patient discharge sheet. Okay, there's one coordinator, okay, he or she first finalize all the patient's data, means all the patient, particular each patient data they have to finalize first before discharging that patient. Okay, so that coordinator finalize the patient data. Okay, after finalizing the patient data, he or she print the summary, means the summary that is made by the hospital doctor. Okay, that they print that hospital doctor summary on the patient discharge. Okay, so when the patients are admitted, one central repository is created. In that central repository, they include patient index and the episodes of the care for each patient. Okay, after creating that episode, okay, the non-consultant hospital doctor, they may start creating the electronic summary. Okay, after that, the coordinator, discharge coordinator, finalize the patient data first. Okay, first they have to finalize the patient data. After finalizing the patient data, they will take the print. Okay, they will take the print, the summary on the patient discharge, means the summary that is made by the doctor. The printed summary is filed in the patient chart. Okay, that printed summary is filed in the patient chart and a hard copy is given to the patient. Okay, so that printed summary include all the information, all the medication information or the disease information that is come in the summary. Okay, that printed summary is filed in the patient chart, and these patient charts are the databases of the patient databases in the hospital. Okay, so that printed summary is filed in the patient chart and a hard copy is given to the patient. Okay, hard copy is given to the patient for the patient reference. Okay, and that soft copy or the printed summary that is filed in the patient chart for future reference of in the hospital. Okay, and this copy is the electronic printing of the summary that triggers the discharge of the patient. Okay, and that copy is the electronic printing of summary. Okay, that copy is the electronic printing of summary that triggers the discharge of the patient. The consultant either approves or updates the summary to provide some other information which occurs after the patient has been discharged and the summary has been printed and the transferred to the general practitioners. Okay. The consultant either approve or updates. Okay, the consultant either approves or update the summary. Okay, either approves or update that summary to provide some other information. Okay, if he or she wants to provide some other information, so at that time they update that summary, which occurs after the patient has been discharged. Okay, and that occurs means that updation and all the things that occurs after the patient has been discharged from the hospital and the summary has been printed and and transferred to the general practitioners. Okay, if that consultant wants to update that particular summary for giving or for providing some other information, so that is only after the patient has been discharged from the hospital and that summary, after the updation, that summary has been printed and transferred to the general practitioners. So this is the process of electronic discharge system. Electronic discharge system, this is the process. So let's see once again the process. When the patients are admitted in the hospital, one central repository is created. That central repository include patient index as well as the episodes of the care for each patient. After creating that episodes, the non-consultant hospital doctor may start creating the electronic summary. After creating that electronic summary, the discharge coordinator, first they have to finalize all the patient data. After finalizing the patient data, they print the summary on the patient's discharge, means the summary that is prepared by the doctor. So that summary printed on the patient discharge. The printed summary is filed in the patient chart. Okay, and that is used for the hospital use. That printed summary is filed in the patient chart and the hard copy is given to the patient for the patient's reference. And that copy is the electronic printing of summary that triggers the discharge of the patient. And the consultant, they may update or approves the summary to provide some other information that is only possible after the patient has been discharged. And that summary, if the updation is done by the consultant, that summary has been printed and transferred to the general practitioner. So this is a method of electronic discharge system. Let's see the benefit of this electronic discharge system. Terminology binding and the semantic description of the data is possible in the electronic discharge system. Okay, terminology binding and the semantic description. Okay, semantic description of the terminology binding of the data is possible in the electronic discharge system. Next is data is presented in the structured manner. Okay, that data is presented in the structured manner. Vocabulary, appropriate use of the vocabulary is possible in through this electronic discharge system. Electronic health record standard also possible with the help of the electronic discharge system. Seamless integration in the EHR system. EHR is electronic health record. Seamless integration in EHR system is possible with the help of the electronic discharge system. Readable content. Okay, readable content is present in the electronic discharge system. So that is again one benefit. It improves the work practices and the efficiency. Electronic discharge system improves the work practices and the efficiency, and it can be used between different countries. That electronic discharge system that can be used between different countries. Okay, it provides greater protection to the data. That electronic discharge system provides greater protection to the data. that electronic discharge system maintenance of the greater confidential means that maintain the greater confidentiality. Okay, greater confidentiality that is maintained by the electronic discharge system because the data is protected. Okay, and it monitors adverse events and the medical errors. Okay, so this electronic discharge system monitors adverse effect and the medical errors. If there is any medical errors, so that also monitored through the electronic discharge system. Okay, and it also maintain the inpatient information. Electronic discharge system that maintain all information about the inpatient. Okay, so these are the benefit of the electronic discharge system. Okay, let's see once again. Benefit terminology binding or the semantic description of the data is the first benefit of the electronic discharge system. The data is presented in the structured manner in the electronic discharge system. Okay, so data is presented in the structured manner. Appropriate use of the vocabularies is possible in the electronic discharge system. Electronic health record standard. Okay, EHR record that standard is followed by the electronic discharge system. Seamless integration is possible in the EHR system. Okay, seamless integration in EHR system is also possible with the help of the electronic discharge system. Readable content. Okay, that electronic discharge system is that all the things we will do with the help of the computer. So the content is readable. Okay, so the readable content is present in the electronic discharge system. Next is this electronic discharge system improves work practices and the efficiency. Okay, it improves work practices and the efficiency. It can be used between different countries. Okay, this electronic discharge system can be used between different countries. It also provides protection to the data of each patient. Okay, that this electronic discharge system provide greater protection to the data. Okay, and it also maintains the greater confidentiality also. Okay, greater confidentiality is also maintained with the help of this electronic discharge system because all the data is protected. It also monitors the adverse events and the medical errors. Okay, this electronic discharge system monitors adverse events and the medical errors. It also maintain the inpatient information. So this is all about electronic discharge as well as electronic prescription system. So these both things are very useful in the healthcare system. Okay, means the work is very easy with the help of these two systems. So next is barcode medicine identification. Okay, so the barcodes and the barcode readers. So this is the barcode and one machine is there for reading this barcode. We human being can't read this barcode. Okay, lots of informations are provided in this barcode. Only the barcode reader can read all the information. Okay, means one software is install, we have to install in the computer, and that barcode reader is connected with that. With the help of that software and the reader, we can read all the information that is present in the barcode. We human being can't read this barcode, so the barcode reader is necessary for reading all the information given in this barcode, and every product have this barcode. So barcodes and the barcode readers are greater tools for verifying information about the drug before it is dispensed or administered to the patient. Okay, before dispensing and before administering the drug into the patient, that is very necessary to verify the information about that particular drug. So this barcode and the barcode reader are greater tools for verifying the information about the drug before it is dispensed or administered to the patient. In order to work most effectively, each individual dose must have a unique barcode on its packaging identifying the drug and the amount of the dose. So each medicine they have they have a unique barcode, and that barcode include all the information about the drug, means all the name of the drug and the amount of the dose, in amount of the dose present in that particular bottle. So that all the things we can read with the help of the barcode reader. Okay, and the goal of the barcode medicine identification is to make sure that patients are receiving the correct medicine and at the correct time. Okay, so the main goal of the barcode medicine identification is to make sure the patients are receiving the correct medication at the correct time by electronically validating and the documenting medications. So the main goal of the barcode medicine identification is to make sure that each patient are receiving the correct medicine at the correct time. Okay. Next, computerized drug identification system for the identification. This is the computerized drug identification system. This barcode medicine identification is the computerized drug identification system for identifying the medication item in pill, capsule, tablet, and caplet form. Okay, the primary aim of the barcode in healthcare industry is maintaining the patient safety by medicine identification. Okay, so if we identify the medicine that that is taken by the patient, so we can maintain the patient safety also. So the primary aim of the barcode in the healthcare industry is to maintain the patient safety by medicine identification. Advantages of barcode. Okay, so that is all about the barcode. What is barcode? What is barcode reader? Okay, all the things we have discussed. So let's see the advantages of the barcode. So the advantage of the barcode is, first one is accuracy. Barcoding reduces the errors which might arise during manual entry of the data, and that increases the accuracy. If we are doing, means if we are doing the entry by manually, so there are chances of error, but with the help of this barcoding, that reduces that error. So that is the accuracy, means that this barcoding system increases the accuracy. Next is ease of the use. Okay, we can use very easily this barcoding system. Okay, barcoding system is easy to use if the hardware and the software components are arranged orderly to enhance the automatic collection of the data. Okay, for easy use of the barcode, the hardware and the software components are arranged properly. Okay, if hardware and the software components are arranged properly, so that enhance the automatic collection of the data, so we can use this barcoding very easily. So first advantage of barcode is accuracy. This the barcoding increases the accuracy. Next is ease of use, means barcoding system increases the, means barcoding system we can use easily. Okay, we can use easily this barcoding system. Next is lower cost. Barcoding removes errors, reduce human labor, means reduce the staff, thus reduces the overall cost, because the barcoding removes error. Okay, this means reduces the error that may be possible when manually we enter all the details. So this barcoding reduce the errors or remove errors. So because of that, for entry, means for doing all entry, we use this barcoding. So at that time, the staff consumption in that purpose is reduced. So this reduce, if the company or the pharmacy reduces the staff, so that is beneficial to that company, because that reduces the overall cost. So how this cost is reduced? Due to the use of this barcoding. Okay, so the barcoding reduces the cost also. Next is improved productivity. Okay, it is improved productivity. Okay, it improves productivity, means barcoding increases the productivity as the manual task can be done speedily, automatically. Okay, so with the help of this barcoding system, we can do our task very speedily and automatically, and the resources can be used in other efficient way. Okay, So other resource means the staff can be used in other efficient way, because this barcoding increases the productivity. How? We can do the task speedily and automatically with the help of this barcoding. So the staff can be used in other efficient ways. So these are the benefits of the barcoding. Next is, by the following 6 ways barcode can be used in a patient journey. Okay, let's see what are the ways. So first one is barcode medicine identification. So we have seen this barcode medicine identification. Next is patient safety and identification. Next is it saves resources. It also collects the specimens, blood transfusion safety, inventory management. So we will see each. First one is barcode medicine identification. The barcodes and the barcode reader verify the information about a particular drug before dispensing and administering to the patient. We have already seen that. Means what is barcode and the barcode readers. Barcode readers are those things that will help to read all the information in the barcodes. Okay, so we can verify the information about a particular drug before dispensing or administering to a patient. Next is the packaging of each dose of a drug should have a typical barcode so that the drug and its dose can be effectively identified. Okay, so each packaging of the dose, packaging of each dose of a drug, they have typical barcode. Okay, typical or unique barcode. So each dose of a drug, they have a typical barcode. So that the drug and its dose can effectively identify with the help of the barcode reader. It is the duty of the staff also to scan the barcode on the patient identification band and on the staff's identification badge to ensure that whether the right person is dispensing or administering the medication to the right patient. Okay, so it is the duty of the staff. They also scan the barcode of the patient identification band. Okay, if when the patient is admitted to the hospital, so one wristband is given to that particular patient. Okay, so that wristband also have the barcode. Okay, also have the barcode. With the help of the barcode, we can identify the all the details of the patient, and the staff of that particular hospital also have one badge. Okay, so the duty of the staff is to scan both wristband as well as their own badge. Okay, their own badge and the wristband of the patient, they have to scan first before giving any medication to the particular patient. And this scanning is for, means this scanning is for to ensure whether the right person is dispensing or administering the medication to the right patient. Okay, so that is the duty of the staff. They have to scan first the patient identification band and the staff identification badge. Okay, to ensure the right person is dispensing or administering the medication to the right patient. Okay, so this is the barcode medication identification. Next is patient safety and the identification. The barcode system aids in maintaining the patient record from the moment they are admitted to the hospital till they are discharged. Okay, so with the help of the barcode system, we can maintain the patient record from the moment they are admitted to the hospital till they are discharged. All the patient records we can maintain through the barcode system. Next is barcoding also track the medication administered to each patient. Okay, barcoding also track the medication administered to each patient. barcode wristband are created. Okay, I have told that one wristband are created for the patient when they are admitted to the hospital, and the concerned information is updated from time to time. Means how much medicines are given, means morning tablets are given or not, afternoon tablets are given or not. So all the concerned information is updated time to time. The nursing staff can easily identify a particular patient's information by scanning the wristband. Okay, by scanning the wristband, they can identify the patient information. And barcode applied on the medical records, medication, and the specimen samples. Okay. Next is, it saves resources. Barcode technology prevent errors which may arise during the medicine administration and the patient care. Okay, this barcode technology prevent the errors which may arise during medicine administration and the patient care. And this technology also helps the hospital to save resources and they save money. Okay, this technology helps to the hospital to save resources and thus save money. Next is specimen collection. Okay, this often happens that the patient specimen get mixed up. Okay, leading to wrong diagnosis and the treatment of the wrong patient is possible. Okay, where the specimen get mixed up. Around 1,60,000 medical error occurs each year due to the misidentification of the laboratory samples of the patient. Thus, a large number of the patient receives wrong test results, which further leads to the wrong medical treatment. So with the help of the barcode, we can reduce the specimen means wrong diagnosis or means wrong treatment to the wrong patient, that can be reduced with the help of the barcode system. To avoid such disaster, barcode system is utilized when it increases the labeling accuracy and the efficiency in the laboratories. Okay, to avoid such disaster means mixing up of that specimen and wrong medication, means wrong diagnosis and the wrong treatment to the patient. So that is avoided by using the barcode system that increases the labeling accuracy and efficiency in the laboratories. Next is blood transfusion safety. Okay. Barcode technology in healthcare industry is also utilized significantly in blood banks. Okay, so this barcode technology is used in the blood bank also. The FDA has demanded that all the collected blood and its components should be assigned a barcode after 26 April 2006, so that blood transfusion error can be eliminated. So the barcode technology now used in the blood bank also after the 26 2006. Okay, to 26 April 2006. So the FDA has demanded that all the collected blood and its components should be assigned a barcode. Okay, so that blood transfusion errors can be eliminated with the help of the barcode technology. If each and every blood and its components assigned with a barcode, okay, so that reduces the error. Okay, that reduces the blood transfusion error. Next is inventory management. Inventory management in the hospital is a time-consuming and the tedious process in order to manage the million possessions. Okay, so inventory management in the hospital, that is very time-consuming as well as the tedious process in order to manage the million possessions. Using barcode technology helps in keeping a track of material and accelerates the ordering process. Okay, if we are using this barcode technology in the inventory management, that helps to keep the track of the material and accelerates the ordering process also. The hospital pharmacy staff scan a drug's barcode, which is then automatically reordered after certain inventory level has been reached. Okay, so this is very beneficial in the inventory management also using the barcode technology. Okay, so this, with the help of this barcode technology, if the staff of the hospital, okay, scans a drug's barcode, that is automatically reordered. Okay, that is automatically reordered after a certain inventory level has been reached. So that is one of the best method in the inventory management. So using the barcode technology is very useful, means very beneficial in the inventory management also. The barcodes can even scan and send a piece of the damaged equipment to the manufacturer and the request a distributor for the refund also. With the help of this barcode, we can send or scan the piece of the damaged equipment to the manufacturer, and we can request the distributor for the refund also. Barcode also keep a track of the last person who handles the equipment and the which patient. Okay, barcode keeps a track of the last person who handled that equipment and which patient. Okay, so this is very useful. The barcode is very useful in the hospital as well as in every sector. Okay, so we are discussing the usage of the barcode in the pharmacy, so this is very useful. Let's see. So this is all about the barcode medicine identification, electronic prescription, and the discharge system. So let's see some MCQs regarding this topic. Electronic discharge system removes the source of errors, remove drug design, remodel none. So the correct answer is electronic discharge system remove the sources of the errors. QSAR is quantitative structure activity relationship. BIOSYS database contains biological abstract. The pharmacist can solve the queries about the pharmacological action, drug interaction easily through a computer. Dosage requirement of a new patient is determined by the empirical method. Metzler introduced non-lin package. Okay, Metzler introduced non-lin package. So correct answer is non-lin. So this is the reference, and these are the reference, and I hope everybody understood this topic very well. So thank you.